Good morning, intuitives, and welcome newcomers to this channel that thankfully, and I thank you, that many of you have said, why isn't it bigger than it is? Well, because it's just me talking into a microphone and nothing fancy. The fanciest thing I have is an iPad that I found in my dead mother's room. So decided to use it instead of my old junker phone. Uh, thank you for all you watched my last video. I gave the best insight I could on somebody's situation that essentially sent me an SOS. Well, not specifically me, but they wanted a response from somebody who's an INFJ male, and the other four were busy. So, that's a good video to watch if you're wondering, like, I betrayed or hurt this INFJ. Is there any hope? What can I expect if I try to apologize, especially if I try to bullshit him? So watch that if you've ever been in that situation. I don't recommend getting in that situation because it's not going to be easy for you. But this led me into this video because a lot of times these days you keep hearing, the idea of INFJ men are glamorized. A lot of it due to our traits, but also a lot of it to, people assume rare means good. And we are, amongst men anyway, we are the rarest type. We're pretty awesome too. But people usually don't treat us right and lie to us and betray us. And then the dark side comes out, which INFJs are upfront about having. So I want to get into some traits of the INFJ boyfriend. So if you're considering dating an INFJ, I did a similar video to this too, but this is a follow-up and it's different. So no, I'm not fully repeating myself. It's just some traits you can be aware of if you're dating the INFJ. I'm not going to get into sexuality or anything and sex with an INFJ male because I've done that already. This is more like, and it's not about, I've done a video before that was about how to know if an INFJ male's into you. This is like, he likes you, he wants to be with you. What kind of traits can you expect from him? Is he going to act like those douchey guys I used to date? The guy with daddy's money, or the 30-year-old who thinks he's still 18, or the creepy frat guy with the foot fetish. All of which are examples of various exes of various various exes of various girls that I have. Well, some I was in relationships with, some I just dated once or twice, but still, those are all real life examples, not from the same girl, all different girls, because I've been with more than two. It's a single digit, but it's bigger than two, less than 10. I joke. There's one trait: the INFJ's sarcastic, self-deprecating sense of humor. INFJs, like inside jokes and are not above poking fun at themselves. So that is a trait that an INFJ male will exhibit when he's getting close to you. And if he's nervous, he's going to be sarcastic. The more sarcastic he is, the more nervous he is. And that means he really likes you and he's overthinking because he cares about how this is going to play out. But more importantly, the INFJ male will listen intensely. If you tell us something, we'll remember it. Like if we're out with you and you're, picking out all the stuff you like, and then you tell us what day your birthday is, we can put that together. Or, if we're out and you tell us like what your favorite beer is and we plan like a picnic or something for the next date, guess what beer we're bringing? Yeah, so, we listen. Some girls find that weird because it's like, how did you remember something I said 4 months ago? It's like, because I pay attention and care about you. Oh, yes, I'm such a monster. Yeah. Some people who have never been treated right are then turned off by being treated right. Oh, what a paradox. Our empathetic nature, of course, INFJs, you've heard me say it before, we're not, very judgmental for things people have done as long as what they're doing isn't an act of betrayal towards us. You get it? Like, you did things you were not proud of before we were together. We understand that. We'll hold you as you cry about it, probably cry with you. And depending on what it is, we'll slam our fists down on the bar in anger and want to swear vengeance. I know I've said that before, but I'm pretty big on vengeance. But, that's not something we're going to judge you for, whereas like cheating on us or lying to us. Yeah, because you did that to us and you knew what we were all about because we're upfront and honest about that. We keep our moral integrity. Oh, gee, I guess I'm big on this one, given the name of the channel. Yeah, INFJs not only will tell you up front what we're all about, what we're looking for, we'll actually stick to that code. You won't get us to sell out. So it's not an act. It's not a ploy. INFJs are like this is what I am, this is what you get. Are you in or you're not? All or nothing. So you don't have to, an INFJ will be very consistent in their behavior. They're not going to suddenly start acting differently once they get you in the bed, which we're usually not in a rush to do. Yeah. And when you do betray us, or lie to us or cheat on us, guess what? You can't fuck your way out of it either. Yeah. Trust and integrity are very important to us. And, even the wildest of sex acts won't fill that wound. True story. People have tried. Talked about how we're, into funny inside jokes. INFJs will like to have humor between someone they care about and have a connection with, they want a relationship with. That we're very much into making jokes and references that only the two of us would understand and makes other people confused. This is true. I recently had a situation, where I was seemingly getting close to another witch, and we would laugh and make like comments that had to deal with the craft that nobody else around us understood because we were the only two witches. We're old souls and very philosophical. So an INFJ will not only listen intently, but we'll get to the heart of why. If you're talking about something that you regret, we'll let you know why you did it, or how that person screwed you over, or how that person manipulated you, because of our intuition and our philosophical nature. Not only do we want to give empathy for things that upset you or things you regret, we actually want to get to the heart of the problem and help empower you so that, no one can ever do that to you again, because someone we care about, we want to empower and help them not become who we want, but become the person that they want to be, who they're having trouble expressing because they've been mistreated or abused or treated like property, or lack self-esteem or lack confidence or can't say no, all of those traits. Believe it or not, we can be spontaneous. I know it's rare, but we can do it. We can do it when we're with the right person and we truly feel like we trust them and safe with them and feel like they truly care about us. Acts of spontaneity are sure to follow, and they'll be spontaneous, but they'll be in regards to things that you have told us that we want to not only show that we pay attention, but also that we care about you and that we want to do the things that you want to do because we just like being with you. Yeah, apparently a lot of guys don't do that. I don't know, because I'm me. I already know how me thinks. This one should go without saying. If trust is very important in a relationship, if you are an untrustworthy person, the INFJ is not going to open up to you. And if you try to convince one that you are and then you stab them in the back, oh, bad things going to happen. Bad things going to happen. You're probably going to get called out for exactly who you really are. And you're going, because that INFJ, it's going to torture them about, like, why did they do this? What was their motivation? Of what grand machination was this a part of? So that'll drive him nuts. And, he won't be able to get out of his own head more than usual until he finds out why. Because he'll be like, you should have left me alone. Like, you're not getting away with this. INFJs don't let people who hurt them get away with it typically. So yeah, trust is very important. And INFJ will let you know if they trust you too. So if an INFJ is being that open and saying they can trust you and you plan to stab them in the back, you may want to, even if you decide like you don't like them, you probably should tell them the truth about what's up before, like trying to just stab him in the back and ghosting him. And that never ends well. I've seen it go down. I've been in that situation too. And that's men and women. You don't stab an INFJ in the back, especially one that you convinced to open up to you. Because not only are they going to get vengeance, it's going to fuck them up. And the INFJ is going to be like, never let guard down again. Never, ever, ever let guard down again. Trust bring pain kind of thing. INFJs will introduce you to their whole world. So, if an INFJ is into you, the INFJ doesn't care what anybody else thinks. To an INFJ, a relationship is between the INFJ and whoever they're in a relationship with. And whatever other people think about it, we don't care, because it's about that connection that the INFJ and that person has. And if we're with you, we're proud to be with you. We'll proudly walk down the street with our arm around you, introduce us to friends and family. Let everybody know that we're with you and show you a lot of affection in public because, again, all or nothing. So, if you want to be with an INFJ, if the INFJ decides they want to be with you, yeah, they don't care about, what other people say or what your reputation is or, what may or may not have happened in your past, or if it'll piss off your ex or, piss off some psycho narcissistic friend. It will we just, if we're in, we're in, kind of thing. We're very sensual and tactical. So, yeah, I said we're very affectionate, we're very sensual, we're hopeless romantics with huge sex drives and trust issues. But, we're very loving and sensual in our affection, even in public. We want you to know just how much we're into you, and if we feel it, we don't hold back. Because if we feel it, we feel it. If we don't, we don't, and we kind of expect that return. Like for you to let us know how you feel and be honest about it. We're sensitive in a good way. INFJs men are sensitive. We write poetry. This one does. I did a playlist on it if anybody wants to watch some of it. You know, I shared some of it because I'm just that ballsy that I can share bad poetry at this point in my life. But yeah, we are. We're very sensitive. We do care about your pain. You know, when somebody hurts somebody that an INFJ cares about, it hurts us, even if what was done to the person they care about happened before the INFJ knew them. We still kind of get this feeling of guilt, like that we should have somehow done something, or at least take vengeance, because we're always down for that if it's righteous. And, an INFJ swearing vengeance, pretty much guarantee that it's righteous. So, yeah, sensitive in that way. We'll write you poetry. We'll get you flowers for no reason. We'll we're perfectly fine with just, holding you when you're upset for as long as you need. We'll let you know what our true feelings are, and if you cry, we'll probably cry because that's what happens to me. When a girl I care about is crying, it usually makes me cry. And then depending on why she's crying, then the anger usually comes too. If somebody hurt her, then the anger comes too. It's a weird feeling to be both crying and angry at the same time. It's like, I first want to console you and then go kill. Yeah. We can help you clear your mind, given our intuition. An INFJ boyfriend will help clear your mind, help you work through your life problems because we actually care about you. Again, I see a pattern here. We see patterns. And if you're struggling, with getting out of a bad situation, we'll talk to you about it intuitively and tell you exactly how to get out of it and then help you do it. Also, if you're struggling like with your career path, things like that, or your job, we'll listen intently and actually help you get through that and help you organize a plan to get to where you want to be. Because as I mentioned, the INFJ boyfriend can see you for who you really are. We can see past what the things you regret that haunt you, the things that, that you're being forced or coerced to do that you don't really want to do. We can see past like the bad influences in your life, and we can intuitively see like this is who this person is at the core, but they don't know how to stand up for themselves or express that person. But we can still see that person, and we want to help bring that person out. We don't try to change people because we know people don't change that much. That's the reality. There's small things. Some things come with age, more experience, more mature. But you're not changing somebody's personality. Like, no girl in the world could make me an extrovert, no matter how hard they tried, and they shouldn't try. Emilia Clarke's welcome to try. If anybody can do it, but you're not going to change an introvert into an extrovert. That's just an example. So hopefully this gives some insight. These are just some traits that you will most likely see exhibited if you do get involved with an INFJ male as your boyfriend. Be aware of a few things. Again, can't say it enough. All or nothing. Either you want to be with the INFJ guy or you don't. There's no halfway yes and no. Don't waste his time. Either, and yeah, things don't always work out. But like, if you want to be with an INFJ male, make sure that you're like, yes, I want to give this a fair shot. Explore this attraction, this chemistry we have, and I don't give a damn who says shit about it. It's about how we feel about each other. That you got to be on that page, or just leave us alone. Like, just leave us alone, because Otherwise, you're just going to hurt us, and then we're going to wonder why, and then you're probably going to lie, and then we're going to call you out and get vilified, usually, because brutal truth is bad. So, it's just some traits. Some people were asking, like, what can I expect? I'm getting close to this INFJ. I see the signs that he likes me, but what can I expect, like, after I decide and let him know that I want to be with him and we're actually together? Is he going to stop trying? No, he never stopped trying. Because we're always trying to improve ourselves. And here's a secret that I shouldn't share, but when an INFJ loves you, we never feel like we're doing enough for you. So we always want to do more. Yes, we are known to have big gaps in our love lives, but when we have somebody, it's somebody we're really into and we want to spoil them. That's how it works. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. I hope this was insightful. Please like and subscribe, watch the older videos, help this channel grow, because that would be cool. And hopefully these videos are helpful. Let me know if they are, because I always like that. Cheers me up in this dark, dark times. And remember, trust your intuition. If INFJs, if you like somebody, be honest. And for the rest of you, if an INFJ is exhibiting these traits, it means they're all in. So if you're not all in, tell him. He deserves to know. And remember, INFJs, don't sell out your integrity to please anyone, because all you're going to do is sell out your integrity and get hurt. Because if they're doing things that are making you sell out your integrity, then they're not who you wish they were, and they're not going to be who you want them to be.